Robert back here, Bluegrass Bushcraft. Just want to share my first knife I made. Not really, I can't really call it a custom knife because I mean it actually was a knife. This was an old carbon steel butcher knife that I picked up at a yard sale. I think I give $1.50 for it, maybe even $1. I've been several years ago. I got several of them lay around. I don't give over $1 or $2 for them. And it was a full-size knife back then, and I put new handles on it, and walnut with I think this was a maple underneath it. I can't remember, it's been years ago. And I never did have no pins to fit it or anything, so I just kind of threw it off the side and forgot about it. It laid there rusted in the shop for years, and several years, and I picked it up and seen all the rust all over it, and I sanded it down a little bit and soaked it in oil real heavy and threw it back in the corner again, and it laid there for another year or so, probably a year. Anyway, I dug it back out the other day, or actually yesterday I guess it was, and I thought I'm going to do something with that, and I cut it down, made me a little neck knife out of it. This is not an old hickory butcher knife, but it is an old carbon steel. It said hammer forged in the USA on it. The camera can make that out. It still says forged, and it's got part of the USA on it where I cut it down, but I kind of put a little crack in it right there when I was trying to pry it off the other knife. I had a pin in one end. I was trying to pry that pin off. I cracked it, but didn't want to throw it away. I like to recycle stuff. Anyway, this is old looking blade. It is an old blade, and it's got its pitting and carbon staining on it, so I'll probably just leave the crack in there. Let it makes it look a little older. Which I haven't epoxied this yet. I've just got it stuck together just to show you. So when I epoxy it, I will clamp that end right there against where that crack is, and I'll epoxy that back to the blade, so it'll be good to go. I can squeeze on it, you can't hardly tell it's there, so you put a little glue in there and epoxy it back together, it should be good. And still give it that old rustic look. Need to make me a sheath for it. Got this other small neck knife that I'd picked up. The sheath is too big for it, and look there. Perfect fit, but it doesn't have a. Yeah, it does have a welt in it too. I'll probably just use this one and try to make me another one for this little knife here that will fit this one better. So there we go. I've already got a sheath for that one. How you like that? Alright, it's been Robert, Bluegrass Bushcraft. Once again, you all know the routine. Peace out, everybody, from Lexi. Like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Alright, I just want to give you an update on my neck knife that I made from the old carbon steel butcher knife. Really wasn't happy with them old scales. I had salvaged them from one I'd done years ago. They've been laid in my shop. They've been soaked in motor oil and everything else. I mean, they were just used to be a real light colored wood. They were just crappy. I mean, I'm not even sure what kind of wood I had under the walnut there. Just probably pine. I mean, it was years ago, but I'd cracked the one. I really didn't like that dark bleeding back up through it as I sanded it from all that oil, so I made a new set. Show y'all here. Got a decent edge on it. I'm the world's worst for sharpening a knife, but I've worked my hiney off on this one. I've got a decent edge on it. It's not perfect, but it's good for me. And I veneered these scales again. I don't know if it'll show up or not. Got walnut on the bottom this time. Can't remember what kind of wood the white wood is. I ordered it online years ago for a project that I was doing. It's dark out here. I don't know how that camera's picking it up. That's too much light. It's a heck of a flashlight there, Ed. Anyway, that wood has got kind of a pearl effect. I'll go watch this and see what it looks like. I may have to shoot another short video in the daylight. It's getting dark on me here now. Like I said, I can't remember what kind of wood that is. I remember when I ordered it, had a scrap piece left from another project. But I really like that pearl effect on it. I mean, it just got a pearly grain to it. Had an old spider get in my shop and build a nest, not a nest, but a web all over my shop last night, and I can't get it all over me. Anyway, couldn't find any brass pins. I don't know where you knife makers get that stuff. You may order it online or whatever, but just at my local hardware store I found a little brass tube. I cut them little brass tubes and put in there. It worked out alright. Crap all over it. Alright. If I get in from work early enough tomorrow, I may shoot another one and redo this. So. Alright, catch y'all on the next one. Here before we end this, show you this. That thing will strike a fire rod. Thing throws a spark. Alright. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe.